people are having. And obesity is destroying America. I mean, we've got it's like 37% obesity in America right now. And if you look at our school kids, I mean, I think it's like it's like close to 18% of our children are obese. But parents are still giving their kids the ride to school, and there is no PE in school anymore because of there's so many things. So it gets back to what our goal is as women is taking back our life and helping those around us do that.
What changes have you made in your lives? When you started everything, Kathy, what kind of changes?
One of the most fun things I do, I get up every morning and watch the sunrise. I am very blessed that my husband and I have a home that is about, I don't know, 150 feet from the ocean, something like that. There's a little road between us and the ocean, but we live on the ocean. And so we have had this home for 20 plus years, and what am I guilty of? I just don't like the beach. I'm married to a surfer dude, so we have traveled all over the world to go surfing and everything, but I am not a beach bunny. I don't like sand. I don't like sun. I'm not that good of a swimmer, so I just don't really enjoy the beach all that much. So to tell me to go down to the beach at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's not going to happen. So when I started looking at making some changes, I was thinking, what can I do that I just increase my activity, but I'm not also, I don't want to buy a gym membership. So I thought, okay, if I don't enjoy the beach at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, what would happen if I got up for sunrise? I did it once, and I did it twice, and I did it 3 times, and the next thing you know, I absolutely love getting up in the morning and being on the beach when the sun comes up.
And it's something about starting your day early, too, because I'm an early riser, and you do seem to get a lot done when you just get up and start your day.
Yeah, but what I was guilty of, getting up and getting behind the computer. And so I would start my day early, but I would get behind my desk and not do anything. So one of the big things I've changed is I get up in the morning and I go to the beach. It gives me some quiet time. One of the things that I'm guilty of, and I think a lot of women our age are guilty of, I don't know why we find it so easy to put ourselves last.
Oh my goodness, we talked about that with a person we had on our show about how we're so busy to do everything for everybody else, and we feel like that is showing love, but what showing love is making sure that we're healthy enough first. Just like on an airplane, they tell you to give yourself oxygen first before you can help the other person.
That's exactly right. So, me getting up and spending that quiet time on the beach, I have found has been the healthiest thing I could do for myself. Some of the other changes I've made, I've actually made my life real simple. I'm into protein shakes and smoothies. Love them, love them, love them. They're so easy. The other thing I was guilty of not eating too much, I just didn't eat at the right time. I would not eat breakfast. I wouldn't eat breakfast, and I'm a copaholic. Anytime that I have disdain on someone that has a problem with drugs, I have to remind myself, do not tell me I cannot have caffeine or we will have a fight. So I have gotten it down to maybe 3 or 4 cups a day, but at several points in my life, I was drinking 9 to 12 cups of coffee a day at least. I would drink pots of coffee. So I've just tried to change some things like that to do all things in moderation and find a good balance. I'm usually I'm either at 0 or 90 miles an hour and have no idea how to cruise at 30. So I've tried to change a little bit of that, of just no matter what it is I'm doing, don't go overboard. I mean, I'd love to be a high achiever. I'd love to be, the one that's the first, the best, and all of that. I've kind of just, that's what's so interesting in changing my goals a little bit, because while my view has changed that I don't settle in my life, believe it or not, part of the thing that I'm so comfortable with now, I don't have that anxiety of being the overachiever. I have been able to focus on myself, on strictly what my potential is, and getting everybody else out of the equation.
Now, was that the hardest thing you had to overcome? Being able to kind of step back and it's okay to cruise instead of going straight from 0 to 90?
Probably not the most difficult. Believe it or not, the most difficult thing that I had to overcome was literally not making weight loss the same manic, I've got to do this, and putting everything in perspective. That's probably the hardest thing for me to do, is keep things in perspective. Because let's go back to, we are such a goal-oriented society that rather than setting a goal of saying, I'm going to lose 60 pounds, I literally changed and said, I'm going to eat healthy today.
So you took
what, Yolanda? It might be even encapsulated by saying learning to live in the moment, and not in the future and not in the past, but just literally living every single moment to its full potential.
And that's what I'm about to say. So you basically just concentrated on day-to-day activities. You didn't worry about the week. You said, today I'm making the healthy choices. And then you woke up the next day and you committed to, today I'm making healthier choices.
Exactly. In fact, one of the things I did, I went and specifically got a hibiscus bush and planted it outside. My desk is actually in the study that overlooks the yard, and I've got a very nice backyard. I went and got a hibiscus bush where I could see it. And did you know a hibiscus blossom just lasts for 24 hours one day?
Is that the one with the nice green plants, but then it has the little either white flowers?
No, they're normally red. It's what you would normally identify with the islands. Island living. A hibiscus it's usually a beautiful red. And so I found that hibiscus plant to be a great reminder that bloom is out there going to last for the day. If I don't go enjoy it today, it's gone. Tomorrow it's gone.
Wow, and it does that once a year?
No, it blooms almost all the time now, but an individual blossom lasts maybe 24 hours and it's gone.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a good reminder, because I also marvel in the fact that, that's how it was designed. And so maybe that's how we should lead our lives. Blossom today the best you can, because, that's what we're here to do.
So Kathy, how long did it take you to lose the weight to get where you are now?
I did it in a relatively short period of time in a scheme of things. It was less than about 9 months.
And you did that not dieting, but just eating healthier and doing things in moderation.
Well, like I say, I'm into smoothies and shakes. So I drink a protein shake for breakfast and eat a smoothie for lunch. And again, just because it's so much easier, I struggle with getting up and, quote, fixing breakfast. In fact, some people like to make their, they like to have, if they're going to drink a smoothie, they put it in a nice glass and they sit and enjoy it. I chug my breakfast smoothie down over the kitchen sink. I got to get this down. Because I got things to do and places to go and people to see and stuff and just like I say, I struggle with being way too busy. So a lot of it is I drink a smoothie in the morning, I eat a mid-morning snack. I eat a smoothie at lunch. I eat a mid-afternoon snack, and I eat a healthy dinner. That's it. And, the other big thing I do, though, that I have so much fun with, water. You know how we're supposed to drink water all the time.
Right.
You know how you go to a nice hotel and they have the beverage jugs in the lobby that has cut lemon and things in it?
Oh, yes.
You know, just nice, so that you can just go by. I went and got one. So on my little marble top buffet in my dining room in the mornings, I put in at least a gallon, sometimes a gallon and a half of water, and I cut up my limes and lemons, and I fill it full of ice, and that is sitting there for me all day long.
And, that's a great idea, because I know that, where I'm located now, we just had like 12 inches in a couple days of snow. And in the winter, that's one thing I kind of struggle with, not hard, but just I have to remind myself to drink enough water.
Uh-huh. Well, and that kind of gets back to how I've changed things. It would be real easy for me to get one of the little athletic cups that everybody's walking around with. And I thought, I don't want to drink my water that way. I am sitting at my desk as we speak right now with a very nice crystal glass with ice in it that at least once every hour I get up from my desk and go into my dining room and I dispense my ice cold water out of my nice beverage dispenser.
With fresh fruit.
Yep, yep. Oh, and I do everything now. You have not had water till you had it with sliced up cantaloupe in it?
I've never tried that.
Excellent. You're not going to enjoy it that much in the winter, but in the summertime, it is so refreshing. And so I infuse my water all the time now. Why are people buying vitamin water? I mean, my gosh, you take a gallon of water, you cut up some limes and lemons, cut up some cantaloupe. It'll infuse.
And you can enjoy the process of drinking the water, because that's one reason that we like to go out, like to go on vacation, because it allows you to basically enjoy the small things of life that sometimes we're too busy at home to enjoy.
Yes. And the other thing that drives me crazy, people that are busy, they want to lose weight or get healthy. So what do? They buy a membership to the gym. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm saying let's do some other things first. I have one lady that was morbidly obese, and we were trying to come up with activities on how does she start moving. Guess what I tell them to do? When you go out to the car to get in it, walk around the car 5 times.
So in other words, it's just starting small. There's no need to go from 0. I used to say 0 to 60. You go from couch potato to now you want to run a marathon. It's and it's just moving more.
I wonder why they fail. Yeah. Believe it or not, my goal is to do 10,000 steps a day. In my beach walk, I normally do about 3,000 steps, which is about 1.5 miles. Believe it or not, I normally complete the rest of the 10,000 steps in my normal daily life. I am not going out and walking around the block. I am not going out and doing a marathon. But I normally get in at least 3.5, 4 miles. I work at home. So a lot of it has to do with when you're setting the table, don't make one trip. Take a fork at a time. Sometimes it's just hysterical how I will just add some steps. And it's not even just like, one of the things I'm also big on, studies have shown you will be healthier if you literally get up from your desk or sitting or doing whatever, and you get up every 15 minutes and just stand up and sit back down, rather than sitting at a desk all day, getting in your car, going to a gym, and getting on a treadmill for an hour.
Okay, that is interesting.
There is a great book, and it was written by, I'm here in Florida, and we're just 30 minutes south of NASA. There is a woman that has written a book, and she was responsible for the astronauts' health in space and zero gravity. This scientist has written a book that's called Sitting Kills moving heels. And her whole thing is,